There are some things in this world that go way beyond human understanding. Things that cannot be explained. Things that most people don't want to know about. That is where we come.
Do you know what the most frightening thing in the world is? It's fear.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
It's all true. The boogeyman is real. And you found him.
And there's no more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
I see dead people.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
They're here.
Good evening and welcome back to Ghost Frickin'
Talking.
That's right, Ghost Frickin' Talking, the paranormal podcast you don't take home to mama. I am your humble host. My name is Nick.
I'm Trenton.
And I'm Newsroom Nessie.
Newsroom Nessie over there in the Spread Shop newsroom.
Holding it down.
If you guys don't know what Spread Shop is where you can go and buy some awesome Ghost Frickin' Talking merch.
You can.
And we also have a line of Mr. Hinkle Doodle shirts as well.
Yeah, those shirts are pretty sick.
We have Ginger Deadman out there. We have Krampus. We have Cthulhu.
Yep, Mothman.
Mothman.
Yeah.
Yep. And
all kinds.
I just put up the, if you guys hadn't watched our doodle stream that we did with him one episode ago, he did a new logo for us. You know, his interpretation of our logo.
Right.
So it's our alt. It's our alt logo.
Yep, version duh.
So you can go get your alt logo shirt as well out there now.
And didn't you put the evil bong on a shirt?
The evil bong,
yeah.
yes. And I have that shirt coming.
Sweet.
In the mail.
Awesome.
I saw that it got printed up and it should be here. And I put it on a blue tie-dye shirt.
Yeah, it looks badass.
So we'll show those off on the Instas and stuff like that because we are on Instagram as well. We are also on TikTok. So if you guys want to go and check us out, we are on TikTok underneath Ghost Frickin' Talking Podcast. So go and check out that. All right, guys. So 2 podcasts in less than 2 weeks. It must be October.
Yeah, I know, right? Holy crap.
It just happened to work out that you weren't working tonight for a change.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't schedule me to work, but
yeah, because
what happened.
I was sitting here all day. I'm like, man, he hasn't moved. He hasn't even come out of his fucking room. And then it became about 4:30. I'm like, oh fuck. Hopefully he's not sleeping and shit and missing
Hopefully
work.
you're not dead.
Yeah, I was about to say, hopefully you're not dead. But yeah, no, I just had no school and then I had no work.
Oh, very cool. So it opened up a night so we could actually sit down and do our podcast.
Yeah.
We have a few things we're going to go over tonight. In our news story, we're going to talk about it seems to happen every Halloween where somebody goes all out for their Halloween decorations, and then there's got to be a Scrooge that doesn't like it.
The Karen.
There's always that person in the world, man.
So we're going to talk about them because they're actually pretty close to us.
Yeah, they're in Plainfield,
Illinois. So we'll talk about them and their awesome Stranger Things setup and how assholey their neighbors are being.
Yeah, they have some pretty dick neighbors.
Yeah, and for our other news story tonight, we're going to talk about Kristen Stewart.
Kristen.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Christian.
No, Kristen.
Oh.
Kristen Stewart.
Well,
Kristen
you
Stewart.
as viewers, you moved that skeleton.
Did you move the skeleton?
No, but the cat jumped up there.
Okay, I was about to say.
Oh wait, I mean no, there's not a cat on the chair, and that skeleton is
the shit out of me.
Yeah. All of a sudden, we have a new skeleton we picked up at Target. It's an orange skeleton with a pumpkin head instead of a skull head.
Yeah,
I just have him chilling in the kitchen on a chair in here, and all of a sudden he started leaning towards you
Yeah,
over
they
there in
look
the
like.
newsroom.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, you're dead. I'm sorry.
It's alive.
He's going to get fresh with you because he's got 2 working hands, unlike
He
Mr.
does.
Bones, who only has 1 working hand.
No, the cat jumped on the chair in his lap
Oh,
okay.
okay.
and moved him.
Let's get
So.
Very
crap out of me.
cool.
Yeah,
All right.
debunked. Sorry.
Oh, no. All right, so this past week, I actually went to Wolf Hollow, and they had a spooky story night.
Yeah.
We went to one last year
Yep.
that they were hosting, and it was Kathy Crystal, who writes the Haunted Rockford stuff, and she does all the tours and stuff around town. So they had her in for a night with her friend Sarah Balker, who is her medium, and then Sam, the chick that runs Tinker Swiss.
Cool.
So all 3 of them were there telling spooky stories.
I think they were there the last time. There was 3 ladies there. I think it was the same.
Yeah, they run in their little
Their crew.
their little pack there.
Yeah. So, I remember that was about a year ago when we went, and they talked about the different, stories around the area and all their experiences. So that was really cool.
Yeah, and this year they even had different stories that they were telling. I
Yeah.
think there was like one story that they overlap on all their stuff.
Yeah.
One of their massive experiences that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that came out of it, I'll get to the witch baby, where she is actually doing a little bit more research on the witch baby that we've actually talked about here on the podcast last year.
Yep.
But I didn't know that Rockford has a quote unquote demon house.
Really?
Like what was the place,
Like one
the
of the.
Amityville?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, where you go in and the house is just total negative, and
Where's this at?
I don't know.
You don't know exactly.
I don't know exactly where it's at. Because it was part of a Q&A session at the end of the thing, where
Yeah.
this guy's like, "Have you ever heard of the demon house?" And they're all like, "Yeah, we know about the demon house."
Never heard of it.
I'm like, I fucking never heard of the demon house.
Huh.
So I want to do a little bit more background check on this demon house thing. But evidently, this family lives there, and shit just happens to them all the time. Negative stuff all the time as well.
Crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, but one of her other stories she was talking about, like I said, was the witch baby that we came across. I say quote unquote witch baby.
Yes. Well, this was in the Rockton Cemetery when we went up there last year to take photos. And I had grown up over there, and I always heard the story about this little grave that was at the cemetery, and it was a baby grave, and there was a little fence right around it.
Yeah, it's a cast iron fence.
Yeah, the cast iron fence, and I was always told it was the witch baby.
Yeah, people bring gifts and set it into the fenced in area.
Yeah, they leave little
bring
offerings.
toys and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So the witch baby doesn't haunt them.
Yeah, I don't know the reasoning behind it, but yeah, it's been a big thing. I mean, that was back in the 90s when
Yeah.
I was out there, and that was a thing. But apparently, Kathy had done more research about it.
Yeah, she was doing a little bit more research about it, and it was never a witch's baby. It was a family that actually lived in the Rockton area.
Yeah.
And this was like one of the very first people that lived in
Settled.
the area. Not one of the people that settled it, but was one
Back
of
in the day, yeah, the first settlers, yeah.
And it was just a mom pa that lost their baby, to whatever sickness was happening, because if you made it past a year old.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky back then. Shit, if you made it through the birth, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
But
the reason why the gate was there, that fencing, is because animals were digging up
I was
bodies.
supposed to say that's something that could happen also.
Yeah, animals were digging up bodies, and
yeah, I suppose back then they're caskets, and they probably didn't even have vaults.
yeah.
So it was very easy for an animal to dig down a little bit and
Yeah.
probably get something.
Yeah, and if an animal dug down enough, they could take the whole fucking body because it's just a baby.
In that scenario, yeah. That'd be pretty
so
bad.
that's why they put the fencing around it. So she found that on her research. But she had Sarah there, who is her medium friend.
Yep.
And she said that she was picking up on a vibration there of the mother of the child is standing there screaming the entire time. Because if you're standing around that spot, you definitely get like a different vibration. I felt it when I was there. But she was saying that what she's getting is a mother sitting there screaming at people coming to
Look at the witch baby.
You know, she's like, don't be calling my baby a witch baby. You know, it's not a witch baby. Leave my baby alone. Let my baby rest in peace. And so she is picking up that the mother is the one that's around the cemetery that's
a grieving mom.
Yeah, a grieving mom for her baby, and doesn't like the fact that people were up there
calling it a witch baby.
Calling it a witch baby. So Kathy is actually writing a new book, and this is going to be one of her chapters in it is on the Rockton Cemetery and the witch baby.
That's fun.
Because they say Kathy also said that Sarah picks up a Civil War soldier that is buried there, and he is the one that follows them around the cemetery when they're up there and wanting to get attention and shoo people away from the cemetery as well. Because the cemetery is beautiful. I love, we went up there and took pictures and video and stuff up there, and it's a gorgeous cemetery, but it definitely has an eerie vibe to it.
Well, it's a cemetery. A lot of people just get eerie vibes in cemeteries.
Yeah, but it's also right next to a dam. So you have the energy of the river and the dam right there. And damn. Yep. Damn. But, the energy there just pumping through the dam and the river, just gives that cemetery even more of a energy vibe to it.
Yeah.
That I feel I can pick up on. You look at me like, yeah, whatever, I just walked through.
No, I it's like where I grew up. I hung out there all the time. And I work in cemeteries now, so I don't get that vibe that you do.
No?
Maybe you're just used to it.
Could be.
Yeah, so it was nice going out to Wolf Hollow and listening to the stories out there, and hopefully we can get back up to Wolf Hollow and do another live stream. I was talking to them, and we'll try to get something together to where we're back out there and talk to new people and get people to come in and share their stories with us out there.
Awesome.
Because I donated some of Kevin's artwork. They're doing a fundraiser for the Greenwood Cemetery?
Greenwood Cemetery.
To restore the chapel that's out there.
Yep.
So I donated some of his artwork, one of his Elvira print. I donated that, and a set of his new Halloween stickers that he sent out to us.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So they will be having an auction, an online auction for the stuff in the first weekend or second weekend of November. When I get the actual date, I'll share it on our socials and make sure that people get out and bid on the stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So they were happy to see us go in there and support and donate, and I even gave a $5 donation.
Wow, look at you!
Big spender.
Yeah.
Big baller.
So I
over
could get my
here.
name on their wall, because
Nice.
if you make a donation, you get a little gravestone, and you can write your name on a gravestone, and they hang it up on their wall.
Nice.
This is pretty cool. Kind of like if you go to Spirit or whatever and you donate, then you get your name put on
Yeah.
the Spirit wall or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So have any of you guys had any paranormal experiences?
I feel like I have. Like, I don't remember. Like, I know stuff has gone down around here.
Yeah. I've had experiences here, and I'm thinking that it has something to do with the house next door to us got torn down.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
'Cause
So it was pretty quiet up until then, right?
Yeah, it was dead quiet. Literally dead quiet. But they tore down the house next to us because we are in a flood zone, and you could opt to have your house bought by the county, and then they turn it into green space. So they tore this house down, and I'm wondering because I've had multiple people in this neighborhood say that they have activity in their houses. You can go back to one of our very first episodes where we had someone that used to live in the neighborhood, on for a guest, and they said that they lived in 3 different houses in this neighborhood, and each house was haunted.
Wow.
Or had activity.
Yeah.
And whether it's because maybe this was a native ground that the Native Americans went, because this is right along the river, where they probably would have trekked up and down.
Yeah.
But the house next door to us got torn down, and all of a sudden I started having activity where I hear like somebody running up on a deck. Like, it's probably like 6-7 steps going up to the deck.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hear a boom, 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 boom on the door. And I'm working, so I'm not too far from the door.
Yeah.
So
you're right there.
So I get right up, go up, open up the door, and there's no one there. So it's a lot for somebody to ding dong ditch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not here.
Yeah, no, it's really hard
you gotta
to
like go down the stairs and turn the corner just to get out of the front of the house.
And then I was staying the night over at your house one night.
Oh,
and he texted me that he was hearing stuff at the back door trying to get in.
Oh, that's right.
I even have video. Well, I don't have video of it, but I had a video. I sent you a video.
Yeah.
Of me explaining what happened, and it sounded like someone was like quick tapping on the back door trying to get in.
So I'm just wondering if these spirits that were living next door don't have
They're
a place.
knocking. Yeah, they're trying to get in somewhere.
I mean, they're more than welcome to come in. We have an opening now for a spirit.
Yeah, there's a position open.
There's a position open because our other spirits seem to move to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And doing some haunting up there. As long as they're cool ghosts and not here to ass rape me or something or any kind of weird shit like that. But I did the other day. I kind of had like a weird vibe going on in the house. So I brought out my, what?
Sadie?
Yeah, Sadie's over there.
No.
The animals are over there.
No. I just heard like what sounded like Sadie walking through the room, but
no, she's lying down.
No, I saw some. There's a cat over there, I believe.
All right.
We're all on edge right now talking about
No. I just had to make sure because Peaches even looked over there.
Yeah, and I have noticed that when these things happen, tappings on the door and everything, it gets the animal's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something. It's not just me going nuts. For us all to be hearing it.
Yeah.
But the other day I had just kind of a weird vibe in the kitchen going on. And, it was just me and my daughter that were here. And I brought out the ghost box, which is a, radio that sweeps through white noise and stuff like that. And we got a name of, I believe it was Steve came through again. And we've had the name Steve come across the box a few times now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And nothing. So I was like, oh, well, maybe it was just like a bleed through or something. So I do this thing where I'm like, I'll hold up how many fingers, and I go, how many fingers am I holding up? And something on the radio goes, 3. I'm like, no. And he goes, 4. I'm like, oh shit. and my daughter's like, turn it off. So she was getting freaked out a little bit, so I turned it off. But there's still obviously something in here. It's just not as active as it's had been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Something not wanting to move a avocado or anything like that.
Yeah, right. So I've had this whole idea where I'm thinking about filming it too, where I get all my Ouija boards. I got that Ouija board collection where I'm gonna like kind of line them all up in the kitchen and do one large.
Do a super Ouija.
Super Ouija.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can summon something at least.
Yeah, you're gonna summon an ass
whooping. Let's not summon any negative bullshit.
I was gonna say summon some like ass whooping or some shit.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take our first break of the day. We're gonna give love to our friend Mr. Hinklejaws, where, like I said, the last episode he sat down with us for about 2 hours and did some awesome doodles, and we had a good time with it. And you can go and listen to that as well. on wherever you're listening to this podcast, or you could go onto YouTube and check it out and see all the awesome visuals. Or you can go in our shop and buy yourself a Evil Bong t-shirt.
Hell yeah.
All right, so he does have a new line of Halloween stickers that are out right now. And this year he's done the shark from Jaws. He's done Gomez, and I always want to call her Elvira.
No, it's Morticia.
It's Morticia and Gomez Adams. He did Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and he did Jack-o'-lantern, which is really cool. And he did, I think, the best sticker he's ever done is the Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yes.
Fucking kick-ass sticker. So
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I also he did a new print for this year of Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
which is sick. Gorgeous. It's colorful and it just pops. And Sam is kind of sitting around in a graveyard, surrounded by like candy and shit. Mm-hmm. And on one of the wrappers, he gave GFT another little Easter egg shout out.
That's awesome.
So we got a GFT wrapper on one of the candies.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Awesome.
So you guys can go out there and check out this print. It is fucking amazing. Go out and give Kevin some love. Go to KevinAHinkle.com and order your awesome spooky stuff. All right, guys. We'll be back after this.
You give us eyes, a mouth, and a nose, but we can't move for a lack of toes. Atop our head we have a handle.
Showtime!
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Jack, the Pumpkin King!
Our lifeless bodies rotting together.
Sally, I need your help more than anyone's.
You certainly do, Jack.
He's sullen.
He's furtive.
Backstabbing.
He sulks.
I suspect him.
You're unbalanced.
And I hate him. By God, you're right!
Get your limited edition Halloween sticker series now at KevinAHinkle.com. 6 designs to choose from the shark from Jaws, Jack and Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, a jack-o'-lantern, Morticia and Gomez Adams, and cult classic Sam from the movie Trick or Treat. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Go to KevinAHinkle.com and order your awesome Halloween-themed stickers and prints, and check out his other stuff that he's doing.
Yep, I got my Halloween-themed sticker in the mail today, actually, from him.
Oh, did you?
From my Patreon subscription. So every month I get a new sticker, and
what one did you get?
Carrie.
Oh, you got Carrie?
Yep, from last year. I believe it was last year's run, right?
Yep, I got the skull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got the human skull.
Cool.
So,
but I do have item coming from him probably next month. I'll get it when I get the next sticker. It is the spooky Rainbow Bright he did.
Oh, yeah, Goth Rainbow Bright.
The Goth Rainbow Bright, yeah.
Bright.
Yep.
And
I told him to do Rainbow Bright, but make her spooky for his the Hinktober drawing challenge that he does.
Yeah,
so
because every day in October he's doing like a black and white drawing.
Yep.
If you're a Patreon, you get to suggest what he draws.
Yep.
So I made a suggestion of Mothman, and it looks awesome. He did that the other day. I gotta send him some money to have him send that out. It looks really cool. Cause me and my man Mothman.
Yep.
Because we know Mothman's real. Bigfoot not. Mothman is.
Flying dude is totally more real than a walking ape man. Makes sense.
All right. I'm going to get into this Kristen Stewart news story here. But real quick, I want to say, because we talked about it a little bit, we kind of teased it on the episode that me and him did, where we were talking about the new Hellraiser movie that came out.
Oh, yeah.
The reboot.
Yep.
We watched that the other night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I gave it a chance. It was, I liked it. I sat down and watched it. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah, it was, it definitely is way better than the sequels that came out of Hellraiser.
For sure.
You know, 1 and 2
In the
was really
past.
good.
Yeah.
Everything past 1 and 2 was horrible.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I had a hang up going into it was that there was a chick now playing Pinhead, and I just get the whole Ghostbusters vibe, going into it. But she actually did a pretty good job of playing the Pinhead character. She was creepy and had the look and feel.
Yeah, but here's the thing: who's to say Cenobites even have a sex, a gender?
Well,
you know what I mean. I guess it's
How do
just
they
how
reproduce?
we see it in a movie that's presented to us. His take on it.
Yeah,
or
but
their
after
take on it.
years
I get
and years
it.
and years of knowing Doug Bradley as Pinhead.
Right, that'd be like coming up with a new Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's like
Yeah, they tried that and it
a chick
flopped.
Freddy.
No, but it wasn't a chick Freddy. It was a new guy that tried to play.
Oh yeah,
Freddy.
no, not a new guy. I'm talking like a female.
yeah.
Oh, that would totally flop.
Like
That's
Freddy with tits.
No, it's not like it's just because she's it's because
play with my tits.
No, you can't
bitch.
because Freddy. But I guess Pinhead, yeah, it is kind of weird. But past that, if you kind of get past that, overall, it was
it was a decent movie.
Decent movie.
I would have wished a little bit more gore with it being a Hellraiser movie, but it was decent. But I wish she would have had more time on screen as Pinhead. She didn't come in until an hour into the movie.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, and
But I liked it.
Yeah. So definitely, I would say give it a shot. It's out there on Hulu. It went directly to Hulu, and it's hopefully they spin off of more with that cast of Cenobites, because the Cenobites look really cool.
Yeah, they did, and I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
It's amazing.
There you go. So that is a passing endorsement.
Yeah.
When Newsroom Nessie doesn't fall asleep during a movie, then you should go and check it out. But speaking of movies, and I haven't seen her in shit since.
She's been in a few movies, but yeah, Twilight was like her big thing.
Big one.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart announces open casting call for super gay ghost hunting reality series.
So that's how she's presenting her series as a super gay
Yep.
ghost hunting series.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Like bedazzle like their like equipment? Like, how do you do it?
I don't know.
Like I only want gay ghosts. Like, no, I'm not like shitting on like the I don't care if you're gay or anything, but like that. How do you do this? Do you just have like gay hosts?
I'm guessing.
I don't know what her premise is.
Or,
yeah.
like how does that work?
It says here, Kristen Stewart has opened the gates for her paranormal reality series, calling on ghost hunters and mediums to audition for the upcoming production. I am scarily excited to announce that I'm teaming up with Scout, the producers of Queer Eye, Legendary, and The Hype, on the most gayest, most funnest, most titillating queer ghost hunting show ever.
I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
Like it.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna make a gay ghost show. What are they trying to do here?
She says, we need to find the most incredible LGBTQ plus ghost hunters, paranormal specialists, mediums, psychics, investigators who will lead the pack on a super gay ghost hunting. It freaks me out that she calls it super gay.
Yeah, that's pretty weird for one thing, but I guess it would be everybody involved in the production is part of the umbrella of the LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, and
community.
I get it. And I have nothing against it. I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it.
But to be saying,
it's weird how they're marketing it like that.
Yeah.
Like, why does it have to be super gay?
Yeah.
And
why is it gotta be super gay?
And in my opinion, when does sex ever like matter or like?
Well, sex sells, dude. Come on.
No, but I'm saying like in a paranormal like show, you don't go Zach. It's like Zach Bagans going to Aaron like, let me suck your cock while we're in the middle of this thing. Like
you're going with this.
Like, how do you do this? Like, it doesn't matter.
I don't think it has to do with sex. It has to do with their maybe sexuality. Just They're not going to be trying to bang ghosts on there. I can't imagine.
I think they're just looking for more. And I don't even want to say like flamboyant ghost hunters or
Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. If she's marketing it as super gay, that's kind of maybe what I'm thinking, like that she's going to try and find people that are a little more gay presenting on the outside.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with it, but like I was just confused on how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm curious to see what the show's gonna be like. Does it say when it's gonna come out?
It says no. I don't know. I haven't made it that far. It's a long article.
They have a lot to explain.
Yeah, a lot to explain here. But she says here, Stewart, who identifies as LGBTQ plus, first revealed that she was working on putting together a ghost hunting reality series in an interview with The New Yorker in November 2021. The actress was in the midst of awards race for her lead performance in Spencer. I don't know.
She played Princess Diana.
Did she?
Yeah.
I can't see
in
her
a Netflix
playing.
thing. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm curious to see because I can't see her past.
Because her acting
Bella.
is so wooden.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her acting. So I'm curious to see if this is like really a reality show or if she kind of puts on that act.
No. She says here, gay people love pretty things, Stewart said at the time. So we are aiming for a richness. She also described the project as a paranormal romp in a queer space. According to
weird.
I know, right? According to the casting call announcement, Stewart will serve as executive producer on the untitled ghost hunting reality series. The project represents the actress' latest move to working behind the scenes. Stewart is also preparing to make her directorial feature debut, an adaptation, the chronology of water. So she's trying to get her chops into directing and stuff like that. But it's having a gay person in the paranormal field isn't new.
I know.
Chip,
yeah, I don't get it.
Because one of the bigger, he's a medium and he's been in like a shit ton of shows. Chip Coffey, he's an openly gay guy, and but he's not bashing,
using it as
a
marketing tool.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. So I'll give it a chance because I'll check it out. But
yeah, what was
we'll see.
We read a story last year about the singer. What's her name? We watched it a couple. Kesha. Conjuring Kesha. Was probably the worst paranormal show I have ever seen in my life.
Pretty bad.
I don't know. In my brain keeps going back to maybe like how they film a YouTube like video. That's in my brain. That's what I kind of am trying to get at, like what I picture from like what they're trying to talk about.
Yeah, March. I don't have it anymore. The Discovery Plus. I had it there for a little while. Like Conjuring Kesha was on there, and the very first episode, she quits halfway through the episode and says, "I don't want to be ghost hunting because these were demonic things that were there."
She wanted the happy ghosts or the friendly ghosts.
She goes, "I only want happy ghosts." I'm like, you can't fucking pick and choose,
It's like I'm looking for a Catspur.
I'm like, this is the very first episode. I'm like, this is a shit show. But I struggled through. I think there's only like 5 episodes anyway.
Yeah, I watched them. I had them on just in the background while I was working, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad. So hopefully, the Kristen Stewart one, they want to be, marketing as a super gay ghost hunting show.
I guess we'll see if it's super gay.
But hopefully they take it a little bit more serious. Kind of like I kind of poo-pooed on the Ghost Brothers, the group of the black guys, because it's a trope thing like in horror movies. The black guys are always the scared guys and stuff like that. And I figured, that's what was going to be the whole time with these guys on their show was going to be like, oh man, doing the token black guy thing, where they're freaked out the whole time, But these guys are actually go in there and actually do actual investigations and aren't trying to be a trope type thing. And hopefully that this Kristen Stewart thing doesn't try to take themselves as a trope. So we'll see when that pops up, if it even becomes a thing.
We'll see.
But yeah, so dude, you should audition for the show.
Super gay.
Super gay.
No.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take another break here, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about it is Halloween time, and we've actually decorated our yard for the first time in like 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, I don't think Newsroom Nessie has ever seen our yard decorated up or anything. So we'll talk about Karen's reporting people for having fun Halloween decorations.
Yep.
All right, guys. So when we come back from our commercial for our merch shop, what is our merch shop?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me. I think it is Ghost FT Pod at myspreadshop.com.
It might be that. I don't know.
I believe it is.
I like how we know Kevin's stuff.
Right.
but
Yeah,
not
go to
ours.
Kevin's website. We know his website, but yeah, there'll be a link in the below.
Yeah, because go to our merch shop. We have our official Ghost Freaking Talking gear. Plus, we have a bunch of other designs out there.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys survived Area 51, that one's still out there.
Why is that one still out there? Not even. I don't think a single person.
No,
bought that.
I didn't even buy one because I didn't even go to Area 51. I just figured that people that were raiding Area 51 would have been like, "Oh, I survived it. I'd buy this T-shirt from this dude," but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So go to what is it?
Ghost FT Pod.myspreadshop.com.
Are you sure it's not podcast?
I thought it was
it's over
Pod.
there.
It's Ghost FT Pod at dot.
It's
All right.
gonna be under there.
It's gonna be played during the ad. So.
So then why are you asking me?
Well, it was a good.
Because if it's wrong, I'm gonna look like a dumbass.
It was a good lead into the show.
All right, cut away.
All right, guys. So we'll be right back after this.
And if you want to get your awesome Ghost Frickin' Talkin' merch, make sure you hit us up at gftpodcast.myspreadshop.com. And they have all kinds of different colors and styles. And make sure you get your coffee cups and even your dog bandana.
All right, guys, we are back from that break, and during the break, we actually watched our own commercial to see that we were saying it right, and we were not saying it right.
No, I was completely wrong. It's ghostftpodcast.myspreadshop.com.
There you go.
Go to that.
There we go.
Awesome.
Go
All
to
right.
that.
I mean, if you're going to represent the Spread Shop newsroom, you would think
You
you would
didn't even know it either.
our Spread
Yeah,
Shop.
okay, Mr. Didn't know it either. Thank you.
None of us knew.
And you just bought merch recently too, and
I
you don't
know,
even know
right?
it.
Well, I have a link already saved on my computer, so it's not
Sure.
like I gotta type in the link all the time. But if you guys have a paranormal story you would like to share with us, where can you write to us?
GhostFT@yahoo.com.
Where's that?
ghostft@yahoo.com.
Yeah, if you have a paranormal story you would like to share and have us read here on the show, write to us there, and we will read it on a future podcast. All right, guys. So it is Halloween time.
It is.
All right, have you picked out your Halloween costumes for this year?
I don't know yet.
No.
No, I
All right,
haven't.
do you have plans for like a Halloween party or anything?
No, I work Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween's a Monday.
No, you're not
It is
gonna.
a Monday.
You're not gonna go to your girlfriend's college town and
Party
Big
it up.
Halloween party in the dorms.
you know,
Like I said, I work Monday. I
wild
can't
college
do-
orgies and stuff.
Oh damn! I'm gonna miss those.
Drunken college orgies, dude. That's all I. You know, if I went to college, that's what I would want to do.
I went to college and there was none of that.
Don't ruin my fantasy.
Would you go to college?
Rock Valley.
See, yeah, Rock Valley's a community college.
Hey, nothing wrong with the community college.
Man, that Van
I
Wilder
didn't
was
live in a
full of
dorm.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't go to a university, so I didn't experience that. but-
No, toga.
Yeah.
No toga parties.
No toga parties.
So, like I said, it is Halloween time, and so if you guys have not, make sure to go out and get your Halloween costumes because they're flying off the shelves. And what did we talk about on a podcast? Where did we talk about? It was me and him were during our podcast that you weren't here, and we talked about how discreet shipping should be from Amazon.
Oh, right.
And, you know, and you listened to the show and you wrote to me, you go, well, Amazon doesn't know what they're shipping you.
I was like, yeah, what would they know? It's usually in a box or a package. Like, they're not going to see what item it is. And I guess you're like, well, if it's an Amazon worker, I guess, you know, if they were to scan the package, I don't know if they could see what item it is.
Yep.
But just a few days later, you had ordered me something.
Yeah, I had ordered you these TikTok legging pants things. And it came in a clear package, so you could clearly see what was in the package.
Yeah, so the vendor just slapped my address on there and mailed it to me. They didn't put it in like a mailer or anything, so everybody knew I had black leggings on the way,
Right.
which is fine. It's no big deal, but
well, let's say,
what if there was something in there that I didn't want people knowing what it was?
Like
and
you
anybody
ordered a
could have
vibrator
opened the
or something?
package.
Yeah.
Well, but anyone could have opened the package and taken out the leggings. Like, it wasn't secure at all.
Usually those sites are discreet, man. It says discreet.
No, well,
How do you know?
Amazon does sell vibrators and stuff like that.
That is true.
Because, like
They
I
sell
said,
coffins too.
yeah. Well, like I told you, the one podcast I listened to, they had a fan send them a 5-foot dildo in the mail
Nice.
from Amazon, and it ripped through the package, and they had to pick it up at the
That's
post
hilarious.
office.
Hey man,
The
I need
shit
you
you
to
can
come
get on
pick
Amazon.
up your dildo. It kind of like broke
It's
the
taking
package.
up too much room back here.
So that's just bringing up because I thought it was funny because as soon as it wasn't like
talked
2
about
days
it.
after you said, well, they don't know what they're shipping.
Yeah.
And it came in a clear package. So I'm like, well,
They knew.
There we go. So if you guys want to hear that conversation, go back to 2 episodes ago when we were talking about, them sending your naughty Halloween costume in the mail and knowing what you're going to dress up as.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there is a house here in Illinois that has their Halloween decorations out, and they like slam dunked it this year.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing a Stranger Things because the 4th season of Stranger Things came out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on one half of their yard they did Stranger Things, and I guess on the other half they had all the other, horror characters that they did. So they had a whole setup.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one caused a lot of commotion because one particular feature of their Stranger Things setup, it was the floating Max.
Yeah, and
oh my god, I've been seeing this all over like Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was
really
cool.
cool.
A viral TikTok.
Yep.
And it really, I think, boosted this person's problems that happened in this
Well, of
neighborhood.
course, yeah, because I'm sure there was hundreds of people driving in the neighborhood, and I don't know if they lived in a cul-de-sac or not, but imagine if you just had hundreds of people stopping in front of your house, looking at your neighbor's house because of their decorations.
Yeah.
That could be annoying. So,
Yeah, we've gone out big time on some of our Halloween decorations. When we had a guillotine and shit out here for Halloween, people would like slow down and get out of their cars and take pictures and shit of it.
Yeah.
That's what a couple of people did. You were gone Monday, and a couple of people drove by and like slowed down and looked at like the stuff outside and everything like that.
Because we got like gravestones and a giant spider web and
lights
and pumpkins and a bunch of creepy stuff out there. But here it says Stranger Things display returns to yard despite objections of a neighbor with a baseball bat. A controversial Stranger Things Halloween display reopened in a suburban Illinois neighborhood over the weekend, several days after a neighbor's complaint shut it down. Dave Apple, who with his family created the display, said the conversations with Plainfield town officials and Joliet police gave the green light for the return. The conversation looked like I had fans in City Hall. He said, it was very much, we love what you're doing. Thank you so much for helping the community and doing something good for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Crowds had shown up on Whispering Oaks Court, a cul-de-sac in Plainfield, to marvel at the scenario's centerpiece, a mannequin of the Stranger Things character, Max Mayfield, that hovers 10 feet in the air above the driveway with no apparent wires or other support. And when I first seen the TikTok, I'm like, how the fuck is this just floating there? I'm like, is there some kind of
I thought there
green
was
screen
like
thing going on?
helium
Yeah.
balloon underneath it, but I know it was pretty heavy, so I didn't know logistically if that would even be possible because it is, it was a whole outfit, and I didn't know what was underneath it. But later on, they did show how they did it.
How did they do it?
They right at the end of their driveway, there's a light pole, and they have like a wire or something.
Just like a fishing line.
Like a fishing
so you
line.
can't see it unless you see it in a certain light where it reflects.
so
so when people come, they're probably not going to see it. But
especially at night.
Yeah. So that's how they did it. But yeah, being at the end of a cul-de-sac, if you have hundreds of people coming to check this out, it's like a dead end. They're all going to turn around, and I could see it being a big safety issue.
Yeah. It says here, on October 2nd, after the display had a wildly popular first 2 days, Apple announced the shutdown on its Facebook account, citing an incident with a neighbor swinging a baseball bat. The neighbor accused them of bringing negative attention to the neighborhood and endangered children.
Negative attention.
You know, I guess I could see it to where, you know, people are probably, you know, blocking the street, you know, causing a ruckus, you know.
Well, I could see the
hour,
safety thing, but I don't think it's a negative thing. I mean,
you know, where you're trying to get to your house, because being in a cul-de-sac, there's only one way in, one way out. And
right,
if people are blocking the street and you can't get
for sure, a safety issue, yeah.
It says Joliet Police, whose officers patrol Plainfield, said the display does not violate any ordinances. A police spokesman encouraged visitors to follow the Apple's parking guidelines, leave your car outside the cul-de-sac, and walk in. Dave Apple says the full display will be up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, and the lights and sounds will be turned off during the week. He told Good Morning America, that he and his wife Audrey put in 1,500 hours in creating the Halloween display, which includes the creepy twisted vines and blackened trees of the nightmarish world of the Netflix hit. We were watching the new season of Stranger Things, and I'm like, I believe we can do this whole set in pool noodles, he said.
In pool noodles.
Once they hit on the idea of the floating max, it took them about a month of testing, tweaking, and just to get it right. For days, it was too windy for Max to go up. A second version sits on the ground by a headstone. Videos of the phenomenon have been a hit on TikTok, where they've been drawing millions of views and wide speculation. Apple will say only that it involves no drones or helium. So, you know, I wish they would have gotten a little bit more. What the fuck did the neighbor do with the baseball bat?
Yeah, apparently he came out threatening the neighbors and visitors.
Really?
With the bat. I don't know if there was an incident that led up to it, or if he just got fed up and was just like, screw this, trying to get people off his lawn. I don't know, but
get off my lawn,
yeah,
you fucking kids.
But he was probably not a fan of Halloween, or maybe he just concerned about the safety. You know, it could be that too.
Yeah. You know, I don't get where. I could get kind of where, you know, if they're blocking the street and shit, but it's only.
I could see it both
Halloween,
ways, but yeah, it's innocent. You know, they're trying to look at something that a family spent a lot of time and energy on for the display, to show off, to make people smile.
And it's not like it's overly gory either, like the guy that we talked about last year, where he's got the bodies in the wood chipper and shit,
the pools of blood everywhere. Yeah,
where the police showed up thinking it was dead bodies and
legit
shit.
murder scene. Yeah,
you know that's a little intense, but still, once again, you know, it's the season for that.
Yeah, well, I did see another photo of the stripper skeletons.
Oh.
And then I did see a photo of a skeleton who was walking 6 skeleton wiener dogs. That was pretty cute. They had little leashes on the little skeleton wiener dogs, and the skeleton was holding them. So
yeah, you know, I would love. There's a picture of this one house that has like these skeletons that are like climbing all over it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and he's got like 30 skeletons all over his house and stuff like that. I'm like thinking, man, these skeletons are like $50 a pop.
It's crazy how some people go all out, and I'm sure they don't buy all these decorations at one time. They accumulate them over the years. But yeah, it can get really expensive just buying a skeleton and a few things to put outside or even inside.
Hell, Home Depot can't keep those 12-foot skeletons in stock, and those are $300 a pop.
I know.
And they sell out as soon as they get in.
I know. I totally want one.
And the thing is that it's heartbreaking, and I didn't have the money at the time, and it came in stock, and I seen it,
It was available.
It was available in stock to get. And I was like, mother. I'm like, do I not pay the house payment this month so I can get this
house payment or 12-foot skeleton?
Oh man, it was like, fuck.
But what would you do with it? You can't even bring it inside.
No, you would keep them up all year round.
Yeah, I would keep them up all year round. You know,
are you gonna sew pants for them and sew shirts for them?
Yeah,
because
like
12
Christmas, and he'll have a Santa Claus outfit.
Santa
All
Claus.
right, well, you better get a sewing
Easter,
machine.
you put a little
bunny costume,
bunny ears on them.
You're gonna be sewing all year round.
Well, once you have all the
for a full
seasons,
year,
and then you're done.
then you're good.
Then you're done. Right?
Exactly.
Sewing master.
And I bet you more than anything, there's somebody out there on Etsy that has costumes for these 12-foot skeletons.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
You know, with as
I
popular
wish I
as
could
these
sew.
are, I bet you there's somebody out there that has outfits for these skeletons.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
There's a guy just on the street over here. He's got 2 in his fucking front yard.
Does he really?
With that witch?
Yeah.
You
go up that hill? Yeah. I'm like, motherfucker, I can't get 1, and he's got 2.
He must like work at Home Depot.
Yeah. But to decorate, it's fucking crazy expensive. And, you know, if somebody's going to go all out like that, you know, don't be a dick and try to shut their shit down. They put a lot of work into it.
So I see a Santa hat for a 12-foot skeleton.
See? It's already started.
It's already started. You know, maybe we got ideas now. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll start up our own Ghost Freaking Talking Etsy shop where we just come up with 12-foot skeleton costumes. And Newsroom Nessie will be over there stitching them together.
Sewing away. Yeah, I guess I got to learn, right?
See if somebody will pay $150 for an outfit for their $300 skeleton.
And for like summer, sew 'em a thong.
Yeah, right.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
one of those
Speedo.
Borat Speedos, the green Speedo.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice.
Oh, actually, Home Depot is selling costumes for your 12-foot skeleton.
Well, fuck, look at
So
that.
Home Depot's already doing it. So, let's see. Oh, and they actually have a 12-foot pumpkin head skeleton too.
Yeah.
But it looks more scary than this guy sitting next to me. Apparently, there's like a purple cape.
Nice.
Oh, a witch costume. So it comes with a wig, like long hair.
Oh, shit.
With like a purple
Yeah, isn't that
cape.
what that guy up there
Yeah,
is wearing? He's wearing like
Looks like a
drapes.
blue jacket. There's a Santa outfit.
I'm telling
for
you,
him.
see, I would keep him outside all year round. We would be that weird family that has a skeleton outside
Like there's
all
like
year.
a scarecrow hat, you know, like one of those floppy brown hats.
Yeah. Like the, what's his, Jeeper Creepers hat?
Yeah, yep. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many items, but it does look like they have a giant skeleton clothing kit that you can purchase.
Wow.
So they probably have.
And here I thought I was coming up with a cool idea.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like they sell them online anymore, but they did at some point because there's photos of them. But it doesn't look like there's a place online where you could, buy more options. So yeah.
Very cool. All right, guys.
So funny.
So go out and buy costumes for your $300 skeleton. I'm jealous. maybe one day. Maybe I'll just go up the street and steal the one up the street.
Do that, or you can send it to ghostft@yahoo.com.
Yeah, we will send you our shipping information. If you guys want to send me one of these $300 skeletons, I would love you forever. I might even perform fellatio on you.
Oh my gosh.
He will do anything, man.
I said might. He's going
to be part of that new TV show.
Yeah, so I can get onto the Kristen Stewart TV show. All right, guys. So I think that's about it for our show tonight. Make sure to go out to Facebook and Instagram and subscribe out there. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube.
Click the notification bell so you get notified when we push out a new video and podcast.
Yeah, if you guys want to, make sure to check out our merch shop. Go to our spread shop. And that is... What's our address?
It is...
I put her on the spot again.
I know. GhostFT
Podcast.
.myspreadshop.com.
Yes.
Yep. Good
Yes,
job.
you got
Did I
it.
do it right? Okay.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Questioning it.
maybe I'll write it out next time and you can have it.
Yeah, you need to have a little cheat sheet on the screen.
Right. On the teleprompter.
Yep.
All right, guys. So make sure to leave a review wherever you guys are downloading this podcast on Apple Podcasts, you can leave a written review. On Spotify, you can give a star review. And we would like to get the podcast out there. I know we don't go too often, but fuck. We've got 3 podcasts out there in less than a month for you guys.
Look at that.
Holy shit. All right, guys. I am your host. My name is Nick.
I am Trenton.
And I'm Mr. Nessie.
And as always,
everyone has a story to tell.
And
stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Get out of our guys. See ya.
Peace.